Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. So, I would like to talk to you today about should you take out a 401k loan? And the answer is usually, in most circumstances, no. And the reason, well, there's many reasons, but also, do I have a 401k loan? And the answer is yes. So let's first go into why do I have a 401k loan if I'm telling you it's a bad idea. I was trying to sell my condo. It was $50,000 short, which means I needed to come up with $50,000. I tried to take out a personal loan, but the APR on that was 30%. So because I had previously tried to apply for a short sale through the lender, and how you qualify is you have to be at least 30 days behind on your mortgage, and you can't be current on your mortgage while it's under review. So my credit score took a hit, and then I had, derogatory remarks on my score. So all of a sudden, I don't have good terms for any of these loan products. So I learned about 401k loans. I called my 401k provider, and the way that it works for my company is that only the portion I borrowed doesn't earn money except for the interest that I pay back, but I can still contribute, and the money that isn't applicable to this is still accruing, it's still invested. So I figured I need $50,000. I only had about $25,000. So this will at least help me. And I only qualified for $10,000 because if you have less than a certain threshold, you can borrow $10,000. And if you have over a certain threshold, you can borrow half of your 401k. So I borrowed $10,000. And then my condo sale fell through. And since I already paid the admin fee for my 401k, I didn't feel like giving it back. And so and I don't, since I still have not sold my condo and I'm renting it, and I will be selling my condo in the future, I was trying to get to I'm earning $3,000 a month so that I can cover the cost of my condo in case something happens to my tenant. So it went towards that. And I actually worked out, if I really wanted to, how I could take out my 401k loan and it not really affect my retirement that much. So basically, the contract I had with myself was, okay, however long it actually takes you to pay off that 401k loan, from that point going forward for the exact same period of time. So if it took me 3 years to pay that $10,000 loan back to my 401k provider, for the next 3 years after that, I would take that same amount of money and put that into my Roth IRA, which in normal circumstances, I usually just fully fund my Roth IRA anyways, but this year's been really weird. And I've had to use my emergency fund for 2 years. So, it's just not a situation that I particularly like. And so that's one of those things where, if the reason why 401k loans are such terrible ideas is that they are very easy to take out the loan. And once you take out the loan once, you realize how easy it is, and then you just keep taking it out, and you never let your money actually accrue the amount that they could in the stock market. And if you don't budget and you think, well, that really helped me, and if it paid off credit card debt, and now you have you've paid off the debt, and the repayment plan for the 401k is really reasonable, then all of a sudden you think you have more money, and then you just continue to spend, and then you are in the same situation again, except either you don't have the 401k loan option, or you just take out another 401k loan, and that's not great. So if you can, make a budget, live within your budget for a few months, and if it's really that bad, if the 401k loan can really just, eliminate your debt, make it consolidate it, and it's less money than the personal loans, then what I would, and it's actually much better if the interest rates are higher, because it's kind of like a bond where it's guaranteed interest that your money gets back from what you pay. But stick to your budget, and the extra money that you've earned now goes into investing in the Roth IRA and an emergency fund, because you don't want to ever get into the situation again. And as long as it does help you get out of whatever current situation is, and it sets you up for good habits and to invest in the future, then, it is what it is. I can't really throw stones because I've done it and it was the best thing for me at the time. And it's not great that, that set of circumstances happened. And I was going to basically take money out of my Roth IRA, use that 401k money as my emergency fund, and then also all of the money that I had in my brokerage account. But now I've kicked the can down the road by, at least a year and a half, because that's how long the lease is for my current tenant. And then hopefully he'll renew, but I doubt he will, because they didn't give him keys for access to the building for like a week and a half when he first moved in. And then he hasn't had access to his mailbox for 3 months. And he still has my extra mattress in his room. And there's just like a bunch of weird things that have happened that, like, if I was renting from this unit, I'd be like, no. So, but hopefully he does renew, and if not, hopefully I can get it rented out again pretty soon after that and not lose as much money per month, because right now I'm losing $600 a month renting it to this person. But after 4 failed sales attempts, there's only so much that my money can do. So in the meantime, I'm building up my income so that when it goes back on the market and it's sitting there, I'm not desperate. I don't have to lower the thing. It can just kind of languish indefinitely, and eventually we will find an all cash buyer that's not afraid of the HOA fee, and we will not own this condo anymore. At least that's the dream. But in the meantime, we're going to be using the money I got from Ethereum and my 401k money to increase the amount of monthly income I have. So today in Financial Philharmonics, I have the Should I Take Out a 401k Loan? It was inspired by I'm the Only Gay Eskimo song, that style of singing. And then AMZ Moves the World is a jazzy song, and it was the tactical stock scalper who asked for the original one, and I made another one in a slightly different type of jazzy, because he asked for a Frank Sinatra-esque song, and I tried really hard to do that, but afterwards I just did it in a regular jazz, so it's just a nice little jazzy tune. And then SYS, Please High Income ETFs, Come and Rescue Me. It is a K-pop inspired song where, save yourself, but please, high income ETFs, come and rescue me and let me have the income that I need in order to be able to relax and have more financial independence. So, and then also in other self-promotion type things, Yield Might, which I just had a recent video where I went over the new filters, and I will eventually update this to have the Curve investments also in their weekly group stuff. But with how this works is you say, like, I have $800 to invest this month. What, based off the last distribution, the price it was at declaration date, how much distribution would I have gotten? And just comparing them side by side, to me, is helpful, because it's just, for me, I want to get as much distribution as I can per dollar I've spent in my stock. But there's also, it's a balance, because some of these you'll get less distributions per month, but the NAV doesn't get depleted as much. Like, there's not as much NAV erosion or zero NAV erosion. And so if you're going to be doing this for several years, then it might be better to put your money in something that appreciates over the time, and that way your 20% distribution becomes more over time. Like, if the stock's price goes up, 20% of $120 is more than 20% of $100, versus something that pays 70%, and 70% of $80 is less than 70% of $100. So just putting that out there. But if you had put $800 in XDDE this week, you would have gotten $4.05, which is $17.56 monthly. And then if you had done something like XPay, that would have been $13, or XRMI, or SpyEye, or QLD, or JEPI, or SpyT. Yeah, so I just thought this would be a cool tool for everybody, and you can see what the issuer is here on the tile, and if you click into this and you click on the actual fund, you can go to their official webpage and click on their prospectus and do more research. So, and you can also change the stock price in here and the dividend amount. So, anyways, 401k loans are bad. They're for the last resort. Please keep retirement money for retirement age, because future you will really be grateful if you didn't mess around. And I almost made a website, and I might at some point in the future, like, should I take out a 401k loan, just to show it in graph form what the opportunity cost is. Because if you spend your 401k money on something, a lot of the assumption is, well, you're not then going to take that extra money that you have and invest it. The assumption is you're going to spend it, and then that extra money is going to be absorbed in your budget, and you'll just have lost that money in your 401k. So, to me, like, yeah, you'll miss out on the compound interest for this year, but if you, like, overcompensate your contribution in a couple of years, when you've, made your money back, and, like, you're in a better spot with your down payment, like, not your down payment, your emergency fund, then there's worse things to do, like payday loans. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.